Alright, I'm live. So, welcome to day 15 of building and coding and marketing and everything for my startup, for the Salesforce ecosystem. And basically, I'm gonna do this startup, until I'm not broke anymore, and until it is at least profitable. At least profitable. That's my goal for the near future. So, what do we have? What's the plan for today? The plan for today is, where's my Excalibur? So, the plan for today is first fix production. Fix production, because production doesn't really work. It doesn't really work with the authentication to the Salesforce. So that's my first goal. The second goal for today, if I manage to do that, is pack my lessons or my trainings into JSON so that we can upload it to the database. And after that, if I have time, upload test lessons into database. That's the plan. So export JSON, I have the same in here. JSON create secondary connected app. So basically that means that I already have it done, but I'm gonna create here fix production. Join. And before I do all of that, I want to check that both streams are actually going. Let's see. I'm gonna do it here in the tab so that you don't have on my YouTube. Let's see. Yeah, looks like I'm indeed live. I'm gonna change, as always, the thumbnail on YouTube to the day 15. Save. So the YouTube part looks like it's working. Let me see. But what about thumbnail? Doesn't really want to change the thumbnail, right? Okay, looks like the thumbnail has changed. Nice. Okay, that works. Now I want to check the Twitch. Alright, I'm live. Nice. So Twitch works, everything works. Alright, good. So okay, we can start with the fixing production. The problem with production now is that when I go here to click on the wizard, if I click on the connect app, I go, that's correct, that still works. So sign in with Salesforce, and here's the problem with the redirection. And how does it happen? I don't know. I have no idea how can it happen. So what's the catch here? What's the catch? So first thing that I need to check is how does it actually handle where to redirect. So this thing, is it used anywhere? Salesforce redirect URI. How does it know where to redirect? That's the thing. Somewhere we have to set up where to redirect. I guess it happens here in the options, right? No, authorization. How does it know where to redirect? Yeah, we have those things, but we're not using them anymore. We're just using this thing. is it using anything from here? Redirect. So basically, redirect underscore. Root, root, and root. So this one is not used, not used, not used. This one I would say is also not used. I can basically comment out those things and they gonna have zero influence on oh, I think I know. I think I know. I think the problem is that it takes the redirection. It does it somehow automatically. Yeah, what is the callback here? The same as previously. Okay, so this is that's the callback. Okay, so this is the callback that we have, and it says that there's mismatch, right? Must match. So okay, I think I need to go to the connected app in Salesforce and I need to fix this thing. Let's see. App manager. This one, production. Production, view. That seems for me to be correct. Let's just double check it. Seems to be correct. I'm not gonna change it so it doesn't trigger the re-update. Then it is possible that some of the environmental variables is not set up here. I guess that's the case. Oopsie. Okay, let's check. Let's check that. Node env should be set in Vercel should be set to the production. It is production. If it's development, then it's gonna take this one. Otherwise, it's gonna take ID prod, which should be, in our case, that's this thing. Let's make sure that this is the right one here. ID prod. I can just directly modify it. ID prod, edit, and that's right. It's exactly the same. Then what's causing this? Okay, and we can even see here the client ID. Let's ask what is the client ID. What is the client ID and secret. Okay, so that's the client ID. Ah, here we go. That's the problem. Okay. Now I know that the problem is that it is trying to go into the dev for some reason. And I know that this environmental variable is correct. Salesforce ID prod. So Salesforce ID prod. Yeah, that's correct one. So for some reason it doesn't pick up this thing. ID prod and secret prod. Let's see. Secret prod. And it is the right thing. It is the right thing, but for some reason doesn't really pick it up. So what could be the reason? Okay, let me go back to stash and checkout. Wait, what do I have here? I have this. I have this, that's good. And that's good as well. So I'm just gonna commit those changes, and I'm gonna say something like logs and comments removed. Commit push. Alright, so new connected app. Let's see, that should actually trigger the redeployment. Deployments. Yep. Okay, I can say that it has built it. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can even do something like this and then connect org, sign in with the Salesforce, and again it's using the wrong one. Why? Okay, let's do something. So I know what to do. Let me just make system.debug. Not system.debug, that's from Salesforce, console.log. Console.log, and not here. in the header, I want to debug process.env dot say node.js, and I want to debug this whole thing. So I want to make sure that this so what I suspect what's happening is that this here for some reason returns true, and I guess for some very weird reason, something like JavaScript whatever handles everything as a true. So for whatever strange reason that gives us true. So, and I don't know how I can debug it. I think I can even try to do it here. No, it won't work because none of those callbacks is actually happening because there's no, because we can't even log in. We can't even log in. So that's why. All right. Development. Okay. So first, let me try to build it here, and yeah, I mean it is already updated. So I'm just gonna go to the localhost and see what do I get in the localhost for this one. False. Here we go. That's what I said. It should give true. Development. Still false. Okay, prod. Still false. For equal sign? To equal sign? You never know. You never know with the JavaScript. Okay, still false. Well, it means we need to do it the other way. What if I say includes and then development? Oh shit, the software stream. I feel like there's mainly just game dev stuff on Twitch. Yeah, software. Not only software, but also business. In theory, business and yeah, coding, design, marketing, everything that we need to build a startup. So for now, coding. There's actually quite a lot of software streams, so true. So that returns true now. Okay, so that returns true. What if I remove this thing and make the check as I had before? Yeah, like this. But what is false? Why is it only this one? I know. It considers this whole thing as a boolean, and this whole thing is a boolean or something like this. This is very weird JavaScript. I'm sure it's super weird JavaScript stuff. I wouldn't say I like JavaScript. Includes. Okay, true. And if I say prod, false. Okay, so that's now correct. So I think that should fix here the problem. Development and development. Right. Delete this one. Don't need, and delete this one, and now options, push, stage, let's say implemented. Let's say better JS check. Commit and push, and now I hope that this will fix this annoying issue. When I was working as a developer, I wanted to take a certification about JavaScript. But then I decided, why would I do that? I am a backend developer. Why would I take my time and learn JavaScript? Nah, I can write JavaScript, right? And here now it all kicks back. Two things that I think needs to be fixed in the development in general: JavaScript and Git. Git is so annoying. I spent today 2 hours trying to fix the Git. It cannot be that Git is so basic, that it's so... You're using it basically almost every day and it still pains. It's still such a pain. Even after 4 years in working as a developer, I still have nightmares about Git. Even though I can do basically everything with Git, but it's just so annoying. So annoying. Alright, let's see. Connect. Sign in Salesforce. Still. Wait, is deployment, did go through? Yeah, it did. Is there much difference from TypeScript and JavaScript other than just declaring types? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's the whole idea behind TypeScript actually, that it defines the types. I should have included this check basically here. That was quite stupid not to include this check, because how do I know now in the logs what exactly is happening there? I mean, TypeScript is already better, but it doesn't fix the problem with JavaScript, that in general JavaScript is a very strange language. Like, I don't know how can you come up with such language? Especially, I mean, I guess it feels for me like this because I'm more from Java or Salesforce world. So whenever you need to write some, I know, some weird stuff like passing functions into each other and then not having types, that all looks quite strange. All right, so let me again push this thing and say console log added. Because otherwise I just can't see what it does, because everything is so hidden here in the next auth. Maybe in theory I could, I don't know, can I write? No, I don't think so. I can't debug this part, that's the problem. I don't know what it takes as a client ID. I mean, I see it, but I don't know why. Okay, let's see building. I wonder if in 5 years people not gonna write with JavaScript and TypeScript and something else, but I don't think it's gonna be the case. I guess we are stuck with the JavaScript. Alright, so now it's deployed. And well, a lot of me not understanding, not liking JavaScript is just because I didn't take time to properly learn it, right? I guess if you just take, let's say, a week or 2 weeks and properly learn what is the catch with the JavaScript, you'll be much better off than me trying to understand it here now with the ChatGPT. Alright, so you're a mismatch. But can I see the logs? Logs. And the live logs. Yeah, so live logs don't seem to be that live. Let's see, let's go back, sign in with the Salesforce. That's not that helpful. Oh, okay, the logs, they should be here on the front end actually. That's fine, some errors. Yeah, fair, I'm just used to JavaScript at this point. Yeah, so if you're used to JavaScript, I think it totally makes sense much more, but client ID. That's driving me crazy. So this thing is still using the dev. Oh, now it's using prod. Okay, that's an improvement. Wait, why is my ID in prod and dev the same? What the hell is happening? No, it's not the same. No. It was I just copied the first few and they're just matching, that's why. Alright, what is my client ID in this case? That's the client ID, right? Still using dev. Okay, why do we even need dev here in Vercel? I'm just gonna delete it. What you gonna use then, huh? So I'm just gonna delete it. Prod and dev we don't need it because I can keep it locally. I've been having to do so much CSS lately, I feel like my head is going to explode. Whoa. Yeah, CSS. This is the problem with the front-end development in general, I think. I don't know, it's kind of... How do you debug? Right? So how do you debug CSS, for example? I don't know. Definitely you can do a lot, but for me, whenever I write front-end, it feels like I'm just basically guessing my way to the solution and not like really finding the solution. So with a backend, you go basically and debug everything. How do you debug CSS, right? Can't really. So you just, at least me, I'm not. That's because, again, because lack of the skill. But I'm just trying to basically brute force through what can solve the problem. Here we go. Dev, remove. Dev. Dev, remove. Okay, now I removed everything that has to do with dev. Now I'm also gonna remove Salesforce redirect URI because it should have prod in the name. Salesforce ID, everything, so much we don't need it. Not even this. Not even this. Client ID. How much stuff do I have here? So this prod thing. Yeah, it gets annoying for sure. I think my company going to let me work on some backend stuff soon though. Yeah, I mean backend has also own problems, right? When you have abstraction and then one more abstraction, then one more abstraction, then you have factory that handles all the abstractions. It's also quite annoying thing. Nothing is easy, but I don't know, but front end, like at least with the back end, you know that with enough debugging you can go through it, versus with the front end, when something doesn't work and you already tried 3 things, you're just sitting there staring at this and you're like, okay, whatever, what do I do now? And then you rewrite everything and then for some magical reason it works. Okay, so we have secret for prod and redirect URI for prod. Now the question is, if I remove this thing, is is it gonna complain for me here? I think it will. PM run build. PM run build. Are you working as a front-end developer? Okay, so it was built. So locally at least it should work. And then it fails. So I cannot really have nothing there, so I need to put something. Okay, I do need to put something. Okay, I think I know. I think I... Okay, I'm gonna put here those variables. But instead of this, I'm gonna just put the normal one. Because we don't need... This is prod. We don't need the dev part there. Don't need it. And if it's still gonna be connecting to the wrong one, I don't know. Okay, now I think, just to be sure, I'm gonna redeploy. Or at least trigger deploy again. Deployments. Redeploy. This one. Really interesting stuff going on here with looking at the deployment. Oh, I have an idea. What if it's using this to create a different domain? Therefore, the tests that I'm testing here are not actually applying the changes. Because it is in a separate branch. So I'm gonna need to push to merge the branch into the main so that it triggers deployment to the main so that I can see the changes in the main. Just as an idea. Let me try to do that actually. Oh, by the way, I discovered such a cool thing. Whoever watches this, you can make your GitHub look so much better if you just create here a description. Like that's so awesome. There's this website that lets you create it quite quick, and you don't actually need to write the whole markdown. What was the thing? Yeah, this one. GPRM. I'm even gonna just paste it in the chat. It's really cool one. And for some reason the chat in the software that I'm using doesn't let me. Okay, now it works. Here we go. It's really cool because you just go here through few steps and then it generates for you basically markdown already, and then you can have those nice things here. Looks really good. Looks much better than just have plain, just have like standard one. Yeah, because GitHub is kind of like a dev Instagram, right? Whenever you meet someone in the dev community, you're like, you kind of stalk on the GitHub, and then you see, nah, they're not really using that much, or they're really using that. So I'm gonna need to put this pull request, connect to database tasks. Oh, okay, so this is commit from Sasha. Okay, that's not actually what I want. I want this one. And create pull request. I can assign myself. Okay, all checks passed and merge pull request. I hope I'm not gonna break anything. Okay, it is merged. Now the merge stuff, it should have triggered here the deployment. Yeah, it did. Okay. While it's deploying, what's up here with Sasha? This branch has conflicts that must be resolved. Well, I guess it's fair. Options, I modified options now in the main, so we're gonna need to... So Git must be fixed. Please, someone invent something for Git. That drives me crazy. Why do I need to do it manually? Why is it so annoying? Alright, so where's my deployment? Still building, so still going, okay. Well, there are like startups that are doing something for Git. One of them is Graphite Git. I just discovered it. Graphite. Wow, they don't have, not GitHub, Graphite Git. Yeah, something like this. So basically they have some, this is kind of like built upon the GitHub that allows you better push-pull things. Yeah, so I need something like this. I'm not so sure. I didn't use them. Maybe I should use them. Do they have a free tier? Searchable GitHub repos. Yeah, they have free tiers. Maybe I should try this one because I'm so annoyed by the Git. Alright, so let's see. Learn Apex. I'm gonna close it and I'm gonna open it again. Okay, connect to org. Sign in. And it works. Oof. Oof, it works. Finally. Oh god. Allow. And the callback works. Nice. Wow. Oof. Yep, that was a lot of time yesterday. I have spent on this thing a lot of time. Fix production, done. Let's see if the code editor is resizable. Where's the learn Apex? Modules, syntax, variables. Yeah, that looks good. It is resizable. So the changes that I wrote, they basically apply. That's good. So I can put this one, code editor resizable, implement connect next with the next one. Okay, that works as well. Good. Now export, so pack my trainings into the JSON. Basically, what do I have here? I have here Cloud Prism, which is my main website for my main business that I'm running. Business. Not that much of revenue, or I wouldn't do that. or I wouldn't do that. Oh, come on. So I basically, what I did, I was like, okay, now I am entrepreneur, right? So I'm writing my own code. Nah, not gonna do that, right? So I hired another guys in Ukraine. I'm sitting in Germany, so I hired another guys. And ask them, hey, could you please do for me the website? I done for them mock. I showed them how to create all the components. They had a designer come up with a Figma design, and they developed for me this website that doesn't work normally. Like it has so look at this. What was that? Why does it? Why? And that's basically Yeah, okay, now it's update. So it kind of works, kind of doesn't. I'm gonna. Someone need to open the door. Someone is ringing on the door. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, so it doesn't. It works basically when I click on the block. It takes usually so much time to actually open the block. Now it was lightning fast, but what do I need to do? Let me actually try out this thing. Maybe it's gonna be better. So now you only see me, so it takes a little bit less space in the camera. I hope you still can see everything. Okay, so I have this blocks, and basically I need to put them into my startup, right? Into my learned Apex. For that I have an idea. I'm gonna go to the admin panel, and I'm gonna remove so that no one who's watching the recording can actually access the admin panel. Would be quite strange. Okay. And now it takes forever to load. Like, that's the thing. I don't know. So I'm definitely not hiring the same company anymore. And in general, I don't know. Finding someone who can make for you a website that's gonna work, that's gonna convert, that's gonna be good looking and do what you want is actually hard. I've tried, I don't know, 5 different probably companies, and none of them delivered really good. So it's actually hard. And especially if you're broke, or if you're just doing it for kind of like a side project, or you're trying to spin out the business and you don't have, I don't know, you don't have like 5k to spend on this. It's hard. It's hard. Especially, and I tried to working with freelancers. I tried working with companies. I tried to work just with people that I know, and all of that sucked. And the most annoying part about those companies that they don't understand the thing about conversion, for example. So, yeah, you need to actually explain them. And okay, let's see. So, yeah. So how long did it took? It took I don't know 10 seconds to open this thing. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do is I want to try to take all my blocks that I have and export them as a JSON, so that then I can easily go to the MongoDB here and I can upload them as a JSON, because here you can add data and JSON or CSV. So JSON or CSV both works for me. Let's see. Where do I even find my blogs? Is it pages or posts? I would say it's posts. Yeah. Alright, let's say, what is this? 5 mistakes of Salesforce developer. What do I have here? People who tried to comment but I didn't approve their comments? Is it those 4? That would be not good. Yeah, and now basically I'm sitting here and waiting until the pages load. Oh, this is spam stuff. Spam, 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 and spam. Good, so let's say I have this lists in Apex. Now how can I export this thing? Text. Okay, VP. I mean, worst case, we still can write some kind of script to remove those things, right? But I bet there are already solutions. WordPress export posts. Yeah, this must be a common problem. Okay, WordPress all export, so there's separate thing here. It's not in the posts. Nice. Export. I hope it will let me export as a JSON. Export to... Well, none of that works. No, I don't want to... Wait, I don't want to export the site. I don't want to export the whole site. Okay, so they probably say something all export. Let me open it and see if they have some visual. Ah, so this is... We all import. So this is a plugin. This is a plugin for WordPress export site. Definitely don't need to export the site. Tools. Okay, tools and export. Is it different? Is it any different? Oh, posts. Nice. Categories. Apex beginner. Authors admin. Start date doesn't matter. Published. Okay. And that's XML format. Not exactly what I hoped. Not exactly what I hoped. Oh, what the hell is that? Let's see if ChatGPT can help me. Can you transform? Can you clean up all WordPress tags? If you're not using ChatGPT, start using the best tool. The best $20 you can invest in AI. Doesn't work that well all the time, but I need to clarify. Are you referring to removing XML text related to WordPress? Yeah, I want my data, let's say my post to contain only HTML tags, so that I can import it to the MongoDB. So okay, I will even specify so that I can put them into JSON and import them into MongoDB contain. Understood. You want the content of your WordPress retain only the HTML text, removing any WordPress specific XML formatting. This content will be then prepared for the JSON format, making suitable for import into MongoDB. Yeah, exactly. Parse the XML to identify the content. The thing that they do here is very smart. So they basically let ChatGPT step by step say what it's gonna do. And that improves the thinking of the ChatGPT like really a lot. Okay, so it even imported for me as a JSON. I doubt that it's gonna be perfect, but what is a variable and then content? This is nice. This is nice. It basically... Okay, that's good. But the problem, it still has the VP here, right? I don't think it's gonna work with the VP. Or what is this? The class. So we don't have the CSS for this class, right? So we can quite well say that coding just, yeah, there are not that many. So loops and Apex as objects, methods, and I'm not gonna even import all of them. I'm just gonna remove most of them, I would say. Just gonna try with let's say 2 or 1, even 1. I'm gonna try with 1. Why would I try with multiple? Okay, let's what Visual Studio Code. Oh wow. Content. And now everything below should be removed. And what is the structure? So we have an array and then an object, and object has title and content. Okay, is it the format that I'm gonna upload to the MongoDB though? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna just leave with just object itself without an array. Like this. Title, content, and then it's gonna be not title. It's gonna be called... Oh, those are tasks, so I need to create it on my own. So I need to create here a new collection, and I'm gonna call this collection... Let's call it lessons. Lessons. Let's call it with a not capital. Lessons, create collection. And title and content. That's good, so I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna rename it into something more suitable. Let's say rename, let's say lesson 1. Okay, import data from downloads. Okay, let's see, import. Okay, nice. It looks like it's there. I don't really know how well it's gonna work because it has a lot of WordPress stuff. Right? Yeah. Now, to test it, we need to find where is it actually we are calling the backend. But before I can do that, I need to go into the main and I need to pull from the main. Pull. So that I have the most updated version. Okay, so I have here. Yeah, the most updated. I hope the most updated version. Okay, let's see. Terminal. I hope it stopped the term. Okay, didn't. That's fine. Just gonna rebuild it again so that npm run. Not rebuild, I'm just gonna npm run dev. Just wanna make sure that there are no problems. Alright, so disconnect org, sign out. That looks good. Modules, sign in. And I'm signed in. Okay. Then now I need to find where, so the backend was implemented by Sasha. We had today a real long session. He have done so much. Maybe he will join stream at some point, I don't know. But Sasha, without Sasha, that would be so hard. Sasha is doing incredible job. Okay, so the front end is called probably in the... So Sasha did quite a lot of stuff, and now I'm trying to understand where the front end is getting called. He definitely had somewhere here. Okay, so Sokol and then module number 0. I'm gonna close the CPI, so Sokol and lessons detail, page, lessons list. I wish I would know how to organize it better, because even me who wrote this stuff, I have now hard times really understand where everything is located. Okay, so we have here the lesson list, and then we have lesson list items. And those list items, they have a link to the module and then dynamic parameter here. Okay, so maybe, oh, I see. The problem is that we didn't merge the changes that Sasha did. Yeah, we didn't merge the changes that Sasha did because he has a different branch that he's working. And his branch... Connect database, that's his branch. Do I have it here? Do I have connect database? I don't. Which is, again, we're going back to the Git. So it means basically that I need to fetch it, right? So as far as I remember, that should be git fetch, the command, but I don't remember exactly. Git get branches. Branches from remote. Yeah, it should be git fetch. Git fetch. Let's do git fetch and then see what's gonna happen. Git fetch. Yeah, connect database. So it got the connect database. Okay. Connect database. And now here with the connect database, I don't have the Axios. npm install Axios. Okay, that's gone. Okay, so for what do we need to do now? I really hope someone will invent another Git. Okay, so now I need to pull. Okay, now I need. What do I need to do? I need to merge main into connect database. Okay, so that would be git merge main. And here we go. And here we go. Options. Which options are we taking? Taking these options or those options? We're gonna take the includes option, so that's gonna be incoming change, right? The blue one. The incoming. Is it incoming? Incoming. Except incoming change. What else? Return token or return token. Doesn't matter. Incoming change. Okay. Looks like you're good. Header. Header. Incoming or current. The incoming looks very strange and unnecessary, and therefore I'm gonna take the current change. please Git, let me just work. That's the thing. Today from I don't know how many, so 9 hours. Here's my counter for how much I worked for. From 9 hours, I definitely spent 4 doing this stuff. Okay, what else do we have? Accept incoming change. Okay, I'm gonna be back just in a second. All right. So let's see. Okay, back to the fun stuff, back to the Git. Where is it saved? Looks like saved, so no conflicts anymore. Commit, merge, push. Whenever I push something, I feel like I can break something. But everything is reversible unless it's a force push. But still, I don't know. I can complain about Git for such a long time, and I'm teaching programming, right? And people have such a hard time learning Git itself, and my students really have a hard time doing that. So I have students who can implement really complex scenarios in coding, who can implement hooks, polling, who can write a good front-end stuff, but who are not very good with Git. And that's on Git, that's not on them. Alright, anyway, so that's enough about Git. What was actually my problem? I already forgot what was my problem. The problem was that I didn't see the changes that Sasha made. Now the changes should be there. Which means that this component, it should get Axios, so it should get from the Axios, so we should get the tests here. But for that, I need to basically start this whole local host, or I can use another one, the backend that we already deployed, base URL. Where's the base URL? So we already have backend deployed, and we have made a decision to make separate backend and frontend, something that Sasha was pushing, so I just agreed with Sasha. I trust him. Left bar. In left bar we don't have anything. Checker. Run tests. Header. Footer. I'm searching here for the render for the URL for the backend, so that I'm not using the local host, I'm using the real one. Here we go, base URL. Well, I wonder if there will be course error if I use this base URL. Checker. Let's see. So whenever we open the checker, modules, syntax, variables, fetch failed. Here we go. Why? That doesn't say much for me. Axios get. Let's see, can I just use Postman for this one? It should not allow me. It should not allow me to do that. Oh, I think I know what could be also the problem is that I need to rerun my. I need to say npm I, and then just to be sure, run build. And it looks like it doesn't really respond. Yeah, I don't think it responds. I think it's dead. Tasks. Cancel. Okay, let me just click send and then just gonna forget about this thing and assume that it doesn't work. Okay, so there's something with the GitHub. So not with the GitHub, with the backend that we have, which means that I need to go to the backend of Sasha. For that I need to find where it was Sasha. He requested me to join. Okay, now get requesting two-factor authentication. Let's see. Very strange that I can't in GitHub I can just see where I'm collaborator. Authentication code, let's see, authenticate. GitHub 14400. Okay, this is the backend. Now I need to run it somewhere. I need to run it. Where I'm gonna run it? Desktop, learn Apex. No, not this one. Where's even this project located? Aha, it's learn Apex Next.js. I don't see it. I don't see it. Is it here? Applications, desktop. Learn Apex Next.js. So it's Okay, I see it here, but I don't see it here. Because it's probably not on the desktop, right? Yeah, it's probably, or I just don't see it. Okay, let's do it that way. That's not a big deal. Let's say I wanna go here to the learn Apex. Learn Apex. Okay, now I wanna say git clone. Clone this thing. Where's my terminal? Okay, now I have two things. Now I have backend and frontend, and now I just need to make the backend running. Open folder. Okay. Okay, so this is the backend, and I think Sasha had somewhere. Sent me. Oh no, probably he didn't. So I need to. How do I run it? npm run dev start dev. npm run dev. I don't think so. Okay, let's Google it. Express.js, how to run not Node.js Express. That's not the command that Sasha showed me. Go away. I just want to read. Go away. Okay, so they have Node server.js. Okay, I'm gonna ask Sasha. Let's do like this. Node, what they show, they had here an example. Node server.js, node server.js. Okay, npm I guess I don't have a lot of things installed. Vulnerabilities. That doesn't seem to work. I wonder, is it because the backend doesn't work, or is it because Sasha runs it in a different way? Node server.js. Okay, let's go and fix this thing. Create connection. Create connection. Not there. Okay, what are options to run Express.js server? I think it was something like npm run start dev. I remember the two dots. I'm not so sure if the Sasha showed me actually the right one, but I remember the two dots. Okay, we have node app.js, which would be okay, this one. Let's try this one. Node app.js. Didn't work at all. SF router is not camel case. So what? Okay, this one. That's what I remember. Yeah, that's what I remember. So it was start dev. Didn't I just try start dev? Okay. Waiting for file changes before starting. Your RI parameter to open URI must be string, got undefined, make sure the first parameter among... Okay, because probably I don't have the .env file. I see. I think if I just copy paste from... Okay. Nice. It connected to database. Awesome. That's good. No, this is the backend. Where's my front end? That's my front end, and I'm gonna say npm run dev. Npm run dev. Let's see. Okay, modules, circle query, and then circle keywords. Nothing has failed, but also nothing. Don't see anything there. Okay, syntax, variables. Oh, it works. It works. Nice. That is awesome. Even if it's just localhost, I guess fixing the deployment will be not such an issue. Still gonna be a little bit of work, but okay. So here we have some conspect, and that's what some task, blah 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 blah. So here's we're getting some tasks. Now let's try to get not the task. Let's try to get the lesson. So this is in the checker. So the checker will be. How does it work? How does it display this here? Hello world. I don't think it happens in the checker. I think it happens whenever the checker is installed. Checker. Yeah, so I think it happens here. Lesson. Or maybe no. Let's see. It does look like this. Okay, so dangerously set inner. Okay, checker, checker, checker. Okay, so if here we go to the lesson, knowledge lesson, let's see. Oh, but we don't have lesson. How does it get any information there? Message not found. Okay, now I need my not found. Okay, what about the lesson that we had before? Lesson not found. Let me just go back to this request and could not send. Okay. I would argue that the connection, that the way it should look like, should be lessons and then this. Lessons and then this. Let's see. Not found. Not found. Why do we need this knowledge thing? This one. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look actually. That's the backend, right? No, that's the front end, but we are querying from the backend. So we definitely can have a look how it is exactly implemented here. And we can see even the logs here. Oh, crashed. I see, that's the reason. Okay, let's just rebuild it. That's not good if one request can make such thing. Okay, so let's see. So we have here controllers, knowledge controller, and models experience again. Okay, that's something else. Okay, so let's go back to the query that I wanted to do. So I want to take this one. Now it should be lessons, and the ID should be here, this one. I guess it was not responding because it was dead. Not found. Now does it still work after one query that has failed? Terminal. Okay, so it's still working at least. Okay. Lessons. I think the reason might be because it is searching wrong. Lessons. Let's see. How can I? Okay, this is Express.js. I don't really know Express.js. User out controller. That's not what we need. How do I see what are the paths? How do I see what handles this one? For example, I can just search for it, or /knowledge. Use and then knowledge router. Okay, so that probably lesson and then ID get lesson. Okay, conspect to string. Aha, I see. So it's searching in the tasks. I see. That's why we have. Okay, so get lesson. So it should search not in the tasks, but I won't be able to modify it because I don't know what's going on here. So let's just put, just for testing, let's just put my whole thing. Let's modify it. Let's modify my JSON. Okay, I don't want to see it. I want to modify it. Let's call it not content. Let's call it conspect. and I guess not title, but something else. How's it called here with the tasks? Task. Oh, let's call it whatever. Let's call it task. Let's call it task. And task. Okay, and I'm gonna rename it to something like task 1 test, and the task test 1. That's better. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to see if the HTML, like how do I need to modify those things from my blog in WordPress so that it works in the MongoDB. That's why I'm looking those things. Okay, import task import. It doesn't have all the fields though. Let's create the fields. So why I'm lazy about those things. Let's create the fields here. So conspect and then comma, and then let's say, what do we have there for conspect test ID, task requirements, and requirements will be an array. Oh, awesome. If it shows me like this, because I'm just gonna copy paste this whole thing. Alright, that is good. And so that I can see that it's actually mine, I'm gonna do it like this. Write your code here. Task, duplicate object. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna delete the task. Lesson1.json, that works. And now I need to, okay, rename. I'm gonna delete this whole thing, I don't need it. Let's just upload it, whatever, doesn't matter what's the name of my file. I'm gonna delete it anyway. JSON. Okay, yeah, that works. So now it has the same, okay, it has ID, and this one I'm gonna delete. Delete, yeah. Right, and now I know the ID of it. So now I can take this ID and now I can put it into the lesson component here. And first I'm gonna try it with a postman. And if it works with postman, not found, what the hell? Why is it not found? Why is it not found? Okay, what do you want from me? So let's say there's the ID, right? That's the ID, and this is the correct ID. And I'm putting this ID here, and I'm calling here this one, and it says not found. Well, I guess it has to do something with the backend. Bro, I didn't really understand what are you coding. I code. It depends. I think you can understand to some degree if you're from the Salesforce ecosystem. I think it's much harder to understand if you're not from the Salesforce ecosystem. So basically, I run courses for a living. So my main business is running courses and mentoring. And I'm trying to automate this process. So I try to automate the course, all the homeworks, all the tasks, all the videos, everything. And ideally, maybe in a couple of years, I can automate also myself into some AI avatar. That would be nice. That would be a real startup. But for now, I'm automating the code checking part. And to make it, basically, I'm trying to spin out like a separate business out of automating the code checking part. That's the idea. And here so far we have SOCL, we have those modules, and in those modules we have topics, and in those topics we should display a content, right, for people so that people can read it. And now I'm trying to put this content into the database, and database is getting called by the backend, and the backend is getting called by the frontend, which is written with the Next.js. The backend is written with the Express.js, and it's me and Sasha, another developer, who is working on that. So I'm kind of trying to do something, but I'm also not that deep into the coding itself, especially because that's my first 2 weeks ever trying Next.js. So and Express.js and whatever, like all the backend frontend stuff, that's for the first time in life I try it out. So I guess it's quite fair for me to be a little bit frustrated by that. So it says knowledge lessons not found. Not found this one as well. Task.conspect, find one and then ID. Let's see what is the ID. Let's see what's the ID. Console.log ID. And it says not found. Yeah, but why don't... Oh, maybe this one is not used. Maybe that's this one that I need to... Because I don't see any debug logs. And I still don't see any debug logs. Let's put it just here in the beginning. Oh, and I don't have ID there in the beginning. Okay, let's put here before find one and here before find one. It's strange that I don't see any debug logs at all. JSON. Thank you, I really appreciated it and hope you will make it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I hope to. If I can ever debug this part, then... I mean, we're close. We're close. We just need to combine the backend and frontend and the database together. So as soon as we glue them together, we will have everything, and we can basically fill out the whole stuff. With like filling out part is not that difficult, and filling out we can do in parallel as soon as we have the tag behind. As soon as as soon as it's all combined together. But figuring out these things, that's hell. I mean, it's not hell. I like it. I like the coding part, but it is frustrating because I'm basically spending like 2 hours on trying to understand this, and it's not that productive in terms of business, right? Can I put the console.log here? Yeah, well, I know what is the request. I know what is the request. It doesn't... I am beginner in the front-end development. Any advice from me? I am beginner as well. I I have 4 years experience working as a Salesforce developer, but I have 0 experience working as a front-end developer. The advice, but I guess advice would be the same for everything. Just build something like I'm building and try to make your own startup, try to make something that you really care about, and that's definitely that's much better than just following tutorials. If you can always say that I tried to start a startup, it didn't really work, so I decided to go and work as a front-end developer. There's by the way, there's video on the channel. It's called like what projects to do or something like this. If you go to the videos, then you can have a look at this. I think you need to say knowledge, use knowledge ID. The ID make it dynamic. Yeah, I see, but I don't understand why it doesn't give me the. Ah, okay, so you mean knowledge ID. Okay, so you mean maybe you mean here. No, I don't think so. Lessons. It's still not found. Knowledge. Not found. Okay, let's take the ID that we definitely know was before here. This one. It definitely was there before. And it's still not found. Something is really wrong here. What if it doesn't have the connection to that base? No, it does have the connection to database. Because we can see here database connections successful. By the way, where can we see that? Why can I see this? Why cannot see my logs? Okay, so database connection successful. All right, okay. Can I get more information? Can I don't know. Mongoose collection drop index. I'm not sure I wanna drop anything. Find one. Okay, so this find one. Okay, so that looks for me exactly like here. Find one ID. Okay, let's. But it already has task. What is task? Require something. Okay, that's fine. ID, and then here I can say find one. Let's say underscore ID, and then here I can just hard code the ID. This one. And of course, all of this I just need console.log. Okay, it crashed. Okay, so probably I cannot do that. Now it's working. Okay, so that was wrong idea. Okay, so database connections is successful. Okay, now this is not found. What if I add here request, and let's say request, but again it's not gonna give me. Yeah, I already had this idea. I'm just cycling with ideas. it won't give me anything, any additional information. I need to, here's the knowledge controller. That's the thing that is actually searching for it. But I don't see any logs from it. Why? I don't see any logs from it. What are possible reasons? Maybe it is not getting called. Can it be one of the reasons? So I basically have two reasons in my mind why I cannot see the logs. First, it is not getting called. Second, Express.js has some weird... Oh, if it's 404, it means the pattern in the root is not correct. Oh, this is okay. That is helpful. Thank you for that. Pattern in the root is not correct. Oh, okay, I see. What is it? I see it should be lesson here. Should be lesson? Yes, it should be lesson. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Mihai, right? Thank you. Oh my god. That... Finally. Whew. Okay, so now this ID, I'm gonna check it here for lesson. Send. Yes, so I'm getting here the HTML from what I want. Now I'm gonna test it in the front end. Finally. Here we go. This goes into the front end. And the most important, I'm gonna just here add console.log. Because I don't know if it's gonna be displayed, but I want to see that I'm actually getting it. Models, Sokol. Where is it? Is it in the Sokol component? Or is it in the variables? Yes, it does work. Wow. It even takes the images. And even this. And it's gonna make a screenshot and I'm gonna send it to Sasha because he's gonna like it. Something that I don't understand is how actually those images are coming. That's interesting for me. So we are saving images in the JSON. I mean, I can imagine it with the SVGs, but with the whole images like PNG, maybe they are saved as a pointers to the web server, and it's still using another web server. Maybe yes, maybe not. Doesn't matter for now. The last thing that I want to do is to check here lessons. So now I need to actually put it into the lessons, into the correct folder in the MongoDB. And for that, I'm gonna okay. And for that, I'm gonna need to basically rewrite the whole backend because I need to be able to get here lessons as well. Okay, I see. I guess I'm not gonna do it now. Yeah, so I guess that's it for today. I kind of had enough of debugging. It works in the production works, the database works. Tomorrow we will try to implement it properly, and thank you everyone for joining. I appreciate it so much. And Mihai, thank you again for the help. You saved me an hour of debugging. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow everyone.